The many faces of chaos. Chaos's singular face. Behind the masks are many, but are of the one who is many. Spider. Prisoner. Trickster. Huntsman. Assassin. Many agents, but one face. Become one of the many who are one. Take up the mantle. A huge shout out to our channel members for supporting what we do here. If you want to get involved with the channel and the Dice Commando community, please consider joining as a channel member. Remember, these videos are only possible with your support. You can show that support with a like, a subscribe, and by leaving us a comment and sharing your feedback. Community first, and go Commando. Hello there, my flesh and blood friends, and welcome to the Dice Commando YouTube channel, and go again, a fabulous video cast about all things flesh and blood. So the Hunted, the Draconic, and Dagger-focused 15th set of Flesh and Blood is set to release here in just a few weeks, and today we reveal a Majestic card for the Assassin class. Today's spoiler card is Bimodal, a baseline effect that's always on, and one that gets significantly better when you're attacking a marked hero, allowing you to be one or one of many. Take Up the Mantle is a yellow Assassin attack reaction of Majestic rarity that blocks for 3. At cost of 0, it can always buff an attack action card with stealth by +2 attack. But if that attack action is attacking a marked hero, Take Up the Mantle instead provides a buff of +3. But what's more is that you can banish an attack action card with stealth from your graveyard to make the current attack a copy of the banished card. This can be incredibly potent. No longer does your opponent have to worry about the current attacks on hit, but also any on hit that is in your graveyard as well. And also doing the math of potentially turning a blue stealth into a red stealth, adding additional over-the-top value. One thing to note here is that Take Up the Mantle specifically works only with attack actions, meaning that it does not work on other stealth attacks such as daggers. At base level, this is an on-curve yellow attack reaction, with the incredible upside advantage into a marked opponent. So as we move into discussion around today's card, one thing I want to baseline on is that at its core, it's a strictly better yellow Razor's Edge. No matter what, Take Up the Mantle always provides an unconditional +2 as a yellow reaction that blocks 3. Now, you may be saying, yellow +2 reaction? Meh. But prior to the set drop, I was playing yellow Razor's Edge in my Arachne ASC Blitz deck. So for me, this card is a windmill slam into an Assassin stealth package. If you aren't playing the marked archetype, then sure, there's no reason to not just play the common. But if you are, and if you have any chance of your opponent being marked, the payoff potential of this card is just incredible, and you're going to want to run this. Also, let's pause for a second to look at the art on this card. Artist Henrik Lidner. This is pretty gruesome, brutal, an army of, presumably corpses, hanging from meat hooks. But there's one person in the middle who, presumably actually stole someone's literal face, who was there to help you meet your end. It's gory, it's gruesome, and it's appropriate. And it's appropriate because this card is a nightmare to play against. Now, at face level, see what I did there? The existence of this card means that any stealth attack action you play is now a card that your opponent has to worry about for the duration of the game. As mentioned, this won't work with the Graphene Dagger, as it specifies attack actions specifically. But it does work for any card with stealth, and lets it copy any other card with stealth. This means that we can turn a blue into a red, netting the overall bonus. As the card itself becomes a copy, it would also copy the base attack, not just the effect. In most stealth cases, this will net us +5 attack. From just a raw attack level, that's equivalent to my Mistveil spoiler card Just a Nick, but also carries with it the effect swap, which is not too shabby. And speaking of Just a Nick, there's an important thing here on this having the attack becoming a copy. Take Up the Mantle's effect is not a switcheroo. It does not switch the card. Rather, the card becomes a copy of another, but the distinction here is that any bonus given prior to Just a Mantle would still carry. Thus, if we start with a blue stealth, play Just a Nick, then Mantle, all the bonuses will stack. And in the case shown here for a double trouble, the reacts on the link stay relevant. Now sure, that's pretty pie in the sky, but hey, it showcases what this single card can do. Now of course, all of these tricks are contingent upon the opponent being marked, which is potentially quite the challenge, because remember, your opponent ceases to be marked once they take damage. But assuming you can do the thing, the threat is very real. So let me know in the comments what you think about today's card. Is it relegated to just a +2 yellow pump, Or can we convert those marks into massive, debilitating damage? Thanks everyone for tuning in to my spoiler premiere, and a huge thank you to LSS for the continued privilege of being a part of your spoiler season. I'll see you folks on the table, and as always my friends, go Commando.